This guy is Chance. Hello, Mr. Six. This guy was brought to me from Arkansas. Hi, Beth. Give everybody a minute or two to join here. This guy has been named Chance. He didn't have a name before he came here. He was living in the backyard with some illegal immigrants in Arkansas. He, as far as we know, has never been touched by people before. Hello, Beth. They had 50 plus dogs just in the backyard. I think he might have been the one that was kind of getting picked on. And so I'm using welding gloves to handle him. Getting him out of his kennel was not an easy task. He doesn't have a collar on, so I've got him on a slip lead. And we're kind of doing some pressure and release stuff. And whenever my husband comes out here in just a second, I'll have him take the camera so you can see kind of what I'm doing with him. Are you ready? You see he's very, very, very scared. He's a fear biter. So, been doing some biting, defensive biting. So when I reach for him, you'll kind of see his instinct reaction of what he does is to bite and immediately try to retreat. And so what I'm teaching him right now is that doesn't work. We've already done a little bit of counter conditioning protocol with him with food. His food drive is not super, super high right now. And you see the bite. Now you notice I'm not pulling my hand away from him right now. A lot of people's reaction to that would be to immediately pull away. That's why the welding gloves are nice on a dog that's small like him. We're lucky he's not a big 40, 50, 60 pound dog. He might be maybe 20 pounds. And so right now, I just want to desensitize him to touch, because nobody's ever done this with him before. He was taken into a low-cost spay clinic, and he was spayed through Spay Arkansas. So now he's here with me, and we're just working on being touched. This is good. I did this with him about 10 minutes ago, and he completely shut down, buried his head in the ground. It's nice to see him holding his head up right now. He's visibly nervous, as you can see. His lips are tight, his ears are kind of back. He's paying attention to what I'm doing, but the fact that he's holding his head up right now is good. He's not shaking.
No, that's a different dog. It's one of our puppies in the garage that's whining.
Oh, yeah, that's not him whining. We have the garage door is open, and we've got kennels in there, and we've got a puppy that's not too happy about not being able to be out here right now. He has been introduced with other dogs before,
yeah, no problem. Thanks for asking. Appreciate it.
He's doing great with the other dogs, he's extremely submissive with other dogs. And I mean, he came from a situation where there were 50 dogs, so we think that he probably just kind of learned how to integrate and interact with other dogs. But we think they may have been kind of picking on him just because he was really scared. I would imagine they probably had to use a live animal trap just to catch him. Something important, they sent me a video to show me how they were trying to introduce him to somebody. And what I saw in the video was the guy was way back here, and he was kind of reaching in like this to touch the dog. And so what this body language tells the dog is, I'm scared of you. So you'll notice I'm right here next to him. He's jumping. Come on, it's okay. I'm right here next to him. Now we're getting a little bit shaky. And I'm staying right here. This is what I want to be normal for him. I don't want him to feel like people are afraid of him. I want him to be used to a normal touch. I want to desensitize him to this. Good boy. Good boy. And all of my talking and everything right now, he's being kind of just desensitized to the normal human chatter. People talk a lot with their dogs, and they talk to them. You don't have to talk to your dogs, especially when you have a nervous dog. All the talking and chatter and everything can sometimes make them more nervous. And so normally when I do this, I would be really, really quiet with him and just kind of sit here and just pet. And so you notice he's getting less and less nervous. He kind of shook for a minute there after he jumped at me, and now he's starting to kind of calm down and accept my touch. And then I'm close to him, so just the fact that I'm close to him is good. The pressure and release that we're doing right now is I'm trying to get him to follow me, and what am I doing? So we're going to be doing some leash work, some pressure and release. So when he's at the end of the leash right now, I've just got him on just one of these cheapy little slip leads. I like these for this kind of work because they're quick. I can let off the pressure and immediately the pressure is gone from his neck. I've had some of the braided slip leads that will kind of catch. You kind of have to jiggle them a little bit to get them to kind of release the pressure. These cheap little nylon ones are easy about it. So I'm going to pull him towards me. And so when he stops trying to lean away from me, now he's not trying to get to the end of the leash, so there's no pressure on the leash. I just want him to accept my presence right now and just be okay with being around me. We'll probably do some things with him similar to the collar method of dog training. When you first start with that to build the dog's interest in you, is you do some back and forth work where we walk. Come on. Come on. And I'm going to immediately turn. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Now with a dog like this, it's also important that you're not crowding them. So when you've got 3, 4, 5 people coming up on a dog, it's too much. So you notice I'm right here petting and touching. No, 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 no. No. Hey, no. All right. I'm right here petting and touching. Shut down again. But my husband is standing 3 or 4 or 5 feet away because we don't want to crowd him. I don't want to make him feel totally boxed in between us. I want him to be comfortable with my presence right now, but my presence is enough pressure on him without having 3 or 4 people crowded around. So, and what you saw there was a little bit of a temper tantrum. He kind of panicked a little bit, and he's probably learned that if he panics and does a couple backflips and bites at you, that he can get away from you. I noticed he also tried to bite at the leash, and that was my biggest concern, was that he would bite through the leash and then he'd be gone, because we're not in a fenced area right now. We're out in the front yard. But that's the last thing that I need, is for him to get away. And so that's why I kind of put my hand down there. And it's another reason why we have the welding gloves on, because I don't want to lose any skin on my fingers. Good boy. But so I'm just going to continue to pet and touch. And then throughout the day, what I'll probably do is end up tethering him to me, and we'll be walking around as I do just my normal around the house stuff, and I'll be totally ignoring him. But he'll be attached to me, so he can't get more than 4 feet or so away from me. So he's just going to have to get used to my normal routine and what I'm doing. Good boy. So he's less shut down now. He's starting to kind of perk back up. But lots of repetitions, lots of this, and he'll get better and better.
And no cuddling.
Yeah, no coddling. That's the worst thing you can do, is get him in and coddle him and treat him like a baby. And the more you baby a dog like this, then the more likely he is to start biting people.
One of the viewers had made the comment they love that you're not cuddling him.
Oh,
So
yeah. No, 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 no. We don't cuddle our dogs. We just pet. No hugging. He's not ready to be hugged anyways. If I gave this dog a hug right now, he'd probably bite my face. So that's the last thing that you want to do with a dog like this. But yeah, so we'll be doing a lot of desensitizing to different types of touch. Just me reaching down and touching him. See, totally different reaction that time. No reaching back and trying to bite. So he's already getting better about this. The nice thing is the rescue sent him straight to me. One of the big problems that I see in dogs a lot of times is we take a dog like this that's really panicky and scared of people, and they think, well, we'll just get him into a foster home, you know, he'll be fine. It's nice they sent him to me first for training before trying to send him into a home somewhere, because I can get him past all this stuff and get him through being desensitized and everything, and then we can get him into a home before he learns that this is a way to get people to leave me alone. Because what can happen is I reach for him, he bites, and I jerk back. He goes, oh, well, hey, that worked. So that's what he's going to do, and that'll be his default reaction to people touching him, you know, for a long time. And then it becomes a habit, and then the dog starts to build confidence in themselves, and then you get some pretty extreme bite cases. So the nice thing is I've got him early on in the game. It's not been, you know, months and months of him living with a foster somewhere and them trying to just love him back to normal, because it just doesn't work. You know, you can't just love a dog like this back to normal. Yes, there will be lots of petting. Yes, there will be lots of hand feeding, things like that, but there's also going to become consequences for the biting. Right now, I don't have him muzzled. I'm just petting with the welding gloves. I'm trying to avoid the muzzle if possible with this guy, just because he's little and he's not trying to harm me when he bites. It is more of a, I'm afraid of you kind of thing. So his bites are very soft. They have not hurt through the welding gloves at all. And plus, I want to be able to touch his face. I want to get him used to this right here. Good boy. Very good. Good boy. It's all right. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. All right, there you have it. If you guys have any questions, you can email me at loladogtrainer@gmail.com. I'm Lola the Dog Trainer. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and Periscope. So see you guys later.